Up next, the Suns taking on the Jazz. For Phoenix, they've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it all back together and get things on track with a win. Jazz, Suns, tip-off right after this. Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the 4th member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And a look at the stats for Jalen Green.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Williams is out there with Bailey, then it's Filipowski, then there's Collier, and it's Sensabaugh, and it's shooting guard. And for Phoenix, we've got Green, also Royce O'Neal out there, and it's Iguodaro in at the center position. There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line. And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Williams' shot is good. The Suns on offense. Outside Booker to the paint. Here's O'Neal. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Left side Williams. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
And you know they had a great plan going into that one. And then made the right adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Now here's Green. Playing Utah, he was nearly unstoppable. It's over Bailey. Rebounded by Bailey. Pass to Collier. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Filipowski, and he buries his first look.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Here's Iguodaro, covered by Filipowski. Now here's O'Neal. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Booker, and that comes off the assist by Green.
I love that Devin Booker isn't afraid to mix things up on the offensive end, trying to score inside and does just that.
Shot's good by Collier.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
Pass to Iguodaro. Here's Gillespie on the wing. Green. The fader. And the basket is good.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
The Jazz have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. And here is Williams. Fades. Again, Utah.
They dialed in from the jump tonight. The confidence is showing here in the first.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Now here's Green. He's closely guarded. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. So it'll be Jalen Green shooting. It goes on Kyle Filipowski. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Find the lane.
Well, guys, early
What's up?
on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths. I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. For three, Booker. Utah grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Williams from long range. Iguodala grabs a miss. The Suns have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Here's Gillespie. It's tipped, and they get it back. Green, the pass to Gillespie. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up top, and stolen by Williams. Pass to Collier. Over to the wing, and here's Bailey for 3. Not going to go that time. The Suns leading. Here's Iguodala, covered by Filipowski. Outside for Green. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now. Here's Collier. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. It in with a nice touch off the window.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
The Suns have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Here's Gillespie. No points so far. Booker looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Hey, hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Pass to Collier. To the wing on the left. Filipowski sets a screen. This one for 3. Collier, no good. Phoenix leading by 3. And here's Booker. He had a big outing in that Jazz game as well. Iguodala. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's what I like about Devin Booker in the two-man game. This guy doesn't force anything. He always makes the right basketball play.
Until Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Phoenix.
And they got to the line at a good clip. Couldn't cash in, and it ruined their chances.
One of the things that you know when you miss free throws is you're giving the team opposite you all the momentum. You're failing to capitalize on their mistakes.
A different look for Phoenix. Dunn, he's checked in for O'Neal, and it's Allen in for Gillespie. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Collier.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Just 5 on the clock. Over Green. Cashes it in from 11 feet.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
They set the pick. Booker, the pass to Allen. Fires from deep. On target from range.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
To the right side. Here's Sensabaugh. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Green, the pass to Dunn. Outside for Green. From the arc. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Henson. Sensabaugh controls the rebound and the putback.
Big-time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. Allen can't get it to go.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Out to the wing. 29 seconds left in the opening quarter. Sensible, no good.
Boy, that's the kind of contest you need to force the miss.
Right side, Green. Pass to Iguodaro. Outside, Booker. Done. The pass to Green. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation.
Substitution on the court.
And that does it for the first quarter. Suns ahead, up by 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
Taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. John Konchar is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Henson in at the 4. And it's Phoenix's ball. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Here's Fleming. 5 to shoot. Pass to Goodwin. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Goodwin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Here's Chandler. Here's Mikhailuk. That three's off the mark.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Pass to Coffey. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Chandler. Here's Henson. Still without a bucket. And it's Chandler missing. Allen outside. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Love a screen on Allen. Mikhailuk off target from 3-point range. The Suns lead by 7. Pass to Fleming. Done outside. There's a screen. Here's Coffey. Konchar covers. And here's Allen. The Suns need to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. We look at the last month's premier teams on the fast break. Number 1, the Jazz.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
Until Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You take a look at the Suns. If the postseason were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed. And of course, the Utah Jazz, they're a ways down in the standings.
I think for the Suns, they could be destined for the play-in. I mean, just one more challenge before the playoffs, but I think they can handle it if it comes to that.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Devin Booker grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan, but around age 15, he moved to Moss Point, Mississippi to live and train with his father. Booker said, quote, "I understood the goal and I just embraced the culture and the inner city. They took me in, it was a really important time, and it was good for me." Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Konchar. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Another miss. Boy, they're in a funk right now.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Here's Booker, and And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Sharpshooter from anywhere on the floor. Booker's release and form, it's so mechanically sound.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Collier's got 6.
No trouble converting that. Great look.
And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Williams. And he drops it in from the low post.
Assisted by
He has 6.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. And stolen by Williams. Here's Collier. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. And now just a 5-point Phoenix lead. The Suns have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. Allen outside. 4-3. And the three-pointer goes. Allen's got 5 points now this quarter.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
The Suns lead by 8. Gillespie passes to O'Neal. Pass to Allen. Outside Booker. Here's the 3. The putback. Oh, the slam. Get up, Devin.
Booker is always on the attack. That's nice.
So it's Utah now. Looking ahead, they've got the Cavaliers coming to town for their next one. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Pass to Collier. Outside Love. Williams in the post. He's against O'Neal. Here's Conchar. Drills it from deep. Conchar's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
And so the timeout by Jordan Ott here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Iguodaro, he's checked in for the Suns. Jalen Green comes in for Allen. Then for Utah, Filipowski, he's checked in for Love. And Sensabaugh subbed in for Conchar. Now here's Booker. Give him 8. Pass to Gillespie. Here's Iguodaro. Outside, Green. Oh, Green with a strong take.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
Outside, Williams. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Sensabaugh from outside the arc. And again, it's Utah with a 3.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Phoenix leading by 6. Here's Green. Terrific work from Green inside. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
And he gets it to go. And it's a 10-point Suns lead.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Green covering. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Filipowski.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
To the inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Collier. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Jacks up a 3. O'Neal pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Green. Oh, he got hacked, but Green hits it anyway.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Collier. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Sensabaugh. Here's Collier. Puts up a 3. And he can't get that one. And so we wrap up the first half. The Phoenix out in front. They lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
32.
Hey everybody, psst, I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
Look here now at Utah. They're not going to make the playoffs. We knew that. But they did show glimpses of what they could eventually be. Unfortunately, all of that will have to wait the next year.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Jazz.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on, let me write that down. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Jazz trail by 12. Jalen Green is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Iguodaro in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Here's Collier, and it's Phoenix with a rebound. On the wing, Green. Booker, pass to Gillespie. Driving inside, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First team foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. Good on the second one. Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. A little mid-range shot is up, and he hits the jumper.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Booker drives in, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Kyle Filipowski.
Well, you can see D-Book fears no one when he gets into the lane on the drive. He's so good creating contact.
Phoenix shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Booker.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Pass to Bailey. Here's Collier. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix for the rebound. Iguodaro's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Clock at 6. Some nice ball movement by Phoenix. Snatched away. Williams up top. He's covered by O'Neal. Williams' shot is good.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Green in the post. He's got 13. Jazz trail by 11. Pass to Collier. Now Filipowski. Here's Bailey. Green covering. And there's Bailey. That one's good. On the assist by Filipowski. Bailey's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
A nice shot by Filipowski.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Booker. And Booker with the jam.
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
Jazz trail by 11. Here's Collier. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 4 rebounds now. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Booker. 5 on the clock. No good from outside.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Bailey. Here's Collier. Give him 8. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
You got to give Isaiah Collier credit. He's a young player who knows his role, Doris.
One of those guys who's easy to play with because his primary job description is facilitator. Give this young man credit for finding open teammates. That certainly endears you to the veterans.
Here's Collier. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Suns.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Allen, he's checked in for Phoenix. Conchar, he's checked in for Utah. And so it's Phoenix with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And that one's good. Green's got 15 points.
This guy has been a key to their success tonight. He's been selective and efficient.
That's to Sensabaugh. The 3 is up. Utah with another miss.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. A big win here or there can really sustain a rebuilding team, and Utah coach Will Hardy said the results matter in order to keep belief in your process, seeing the work pay off. The building of a team doesn't happen in one day. The players are staying with it, and they deserve all of the credit for that. Back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Collier. He's got 10. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. And among the freshman class in the league, here are some of the top defenders since the All-Star break. 5th, Kyle Filipowski.
You can tell by his steals numbers that he's really figuring things out here in the second half of the season. You have to protect the ball when he's around.
Bailey's checked in for Collier. Here's Gillespie, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Conchar outside. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on O'Neal.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Dunn, he's checked in for Iguodala. And Utah with a change here, too. Love is checked in for Filipowski. And it's Green with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 10-point game. They set a pick. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Pass to Bailey. Now Williams. Defended by Dunn. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Bailey. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Now O'Neal. Now here's Allen. Screen by O'Neal. The 3. And Allen is good for 3. Allen's got 11 points.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 7, just 5 to shoot. Here's Love, and the layup is good off the glass.
See, I like when Kevin Love goes to his high percentage game on the interior. He has the size, he has the touch.
Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's Love. Here's Bailey. Banked it in off the glass. Give him 8.
I'll tell you, tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Outside, Green. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. John Conchar picks one up.
I love it. Slashing his way inside. Green forcing the issue.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And he makes a first. Phoenix making some changes. Highsmith comes in for O'Neal. And it's Booker in for Gillespie. Utah making a switch here. And both free throws good for Green.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Here's Collier. He's got 10. Out to the right wing. Utah moving the ball around. From deep. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Draining his first 3 of the game. No doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Outside Booker. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Suns lead by 10. So the Jazz 5 right now. They've got Collier. He's out there with Sviatoslav Mikhailuk. John Conchar is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Henson in at the power forward position.
When you look at the career numbers of Booker, here's a guy who has really increased his assist numbers.
For 3, Collier. Rebounded by Dunn. The Suns' shooting has been incredible, 72%. Pass to Highsmith. Outside Booker. Allen outside. Pulls it. Utah grabs the miss.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Collier, no good. Pass to Goodwin. Dunn outside. Allen outside, going inside, and count it. Now 5 for 7.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Love, that's good.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Booker. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, there's an activity level and a skill level that makes Devin Booker problematic on the offensive end. He dares defenders to get physical with him.
First free throw is good. A different look for Phoenix. Iguodaro, he's checked in for Dunn. And it's Coffey in for Goodwin. And a switch here also for Utah. Filipowski, he's checked in for Love. No good on the second free throw.
He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
Pass to Conchar. Now here's Filipowski. Back to Conchar. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
That one's good for 2.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, "We have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging." Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Mikhailuk. To the left wing. Filipowski, the pass to Henson. Here's Mikhailuk. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Mikhailuk's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Out left to the wing. Allen outside. Takes the 3. Utah grabs the miss. Conchar outside. From behind the arc. Coffey grabs the board. Phoenix leading by 9. Booker with it. Misses the layup.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Here's Mikhailuk. And the Jazz tack on 2 more. And Jordan Ott decides to call timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. A different look for Phoenix. O'Neal, he's checked in for Highsmith. Jalen Green comes in for Coffey. And Gillespie is subbed in for Allen. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Iguodaro, and he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 9.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Here's Collier. Williams looking around. No good with the triple. The Suns lead by 9. The steal. In transition, here they come. Here's Collier. And he gets the bucket.
No doubt about it, guys. We've got a ball game here. I'm sensing a major momentum swing after the steal and run out.
Now here's Booker. The D's right on him.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Utah with the ball. Pass to Collier. Here's Bailey. Puts the move on. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
Green in the post.
And it's like Green doesn't have an off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
At the line for two, Jalen Green.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Green. Jazz trail by 9. Here's Sensabaugh from 12 feet out. Yes, sir! Sticks the J.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Outside Booker. Here's Green. Williams rips down the board. Utah has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Fires the three. The triple drops.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
The Suns lead by 4. Now Booker. There's the screen. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter here. 6 to shoot. Puts up the tray. Ooh, the shot is off. Jazz trail by 4. Yes, sir! Count it!
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Now here's O'Neal. Let's loose for 3. Oh, he can't hit it.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Sensabaugh. Outside, Williams. Filipowski sets a screen.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Booker! The 3 is in!
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. They trail by 3. Shoots from 8. Oh, he drops in a sweet J.
You know, they work the ball into ideal position there to get the high-quality look.
What a huge trip here.
Absolutely. You can feel the energy in this arena.
Beyond the arc. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
If your team is under duress and needs a score, Devin Booker is the answer, folks.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Sensabaugh. Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for your Suns, Devin Booker. Taking 2 shots.
Good on the first. And that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Just step to the line with confidence, and this young man delivers. Nicely done.
And Utah calls time here. They're down by 6. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. On offense, here's Utah. Williams outside. Can't get the 3. Now Booker, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Fourth personal foul. Team is in the foul. At the line for Phoenix, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. So the Suns win it. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Devin Booker.